Alright, what's up, BoLS fans? This is what I get to fight tonight. Prime Axiom here, led by Syntherion, and he's got a bunch of warjacks with him. Tonight, I am playing against Cody, aka Battle Mechanic. Hopefully you've been reading the articles he's been posting about Convergence. I haven't, and that probably means I'm going to do poorly tonight. So shame on me. So, Cody, what have you got here? What are you going to be destroying me with tonight?
So, Prime Axiom is obviously the centerpiece here. Big thing about him is 11-inch threat range on a pair of drag guns. It's not going to matter much about against a Mountain King, but against lights and such, you can drag them in and one round them easily. This guy right here, the Cypher, all-around utility, can put out blast damage, can take down heavies with a pair of POW 18 initials. This guy here, the Monitor, has got a true sight, critical brutal gun. Probably not a lot of stealth targets to deal with, but still a useful pick. This guy, the Galvanizer, can repair and has critical grievous wounds, which may become a factor. This guy right here, the Diffuser, has the equivalent of Hunter's Mark, so free charge and +2 speed. And then last jack over here is a Mitigator, which has a 3-inch AoE that'll do an automatic point of damage to everything in it, and if it directly hits, it will knock down. So a little bit of infantry clearance and a little bit of heavy advance.
Alright, so the thing I'm really curious about right now is Cirrus is still having new stuff released for it every month. It's not a complete faction yet, not all the choices are available. So do you think this is the best possible Syntherion list? Would you do this in no way differently if you had more things to buy, or are you waiting for some unit or solo to come along that would really spice this guy up?
Sure, so the main thing about this particular list is it is a theme forest for Syntherion, and once the corollary is released, you can play pretty much exactly this list with a corollary for free. So that is definitely the missing piece of that, because that lets him hand out as much focus to his jacks from the corollary effectively as you want. 4 focus a turn, no problem, and still have 6 focus to either camp at arm 24 or cast a boosted magnetic hold or whatever it is he needs to get done that turn.
Okay, cool. Good answer. Now over here, what I've brought along is my Mountain King. I hadn't really taken him out to smash anything for kind of a while, so I thought I would remedy that tonight. This is a list I had some pretty good luck with a few months back when I was playing it a lot more often. It's being led by Angus. He's got, obviously, the Mountain King, but he's also got some scouts. These guys, I really love them. They're kind of a nice little force and go up ahead. They're pretty reliant. They can tarp it and they can also take stuff down. They seem like a pretty awesome deal to me for 5 points. We've also got the Sons of Brag. These guys, man, they have been so good to me in previous games with them. They seem a little costly at 6 points, but the spray that they can dish out can clear a whole unit of infantry, and all 3 of these guys are weapon masters. I had them scrap a Kodiak once, although I did roll pretty high there. And then Nis Hunters, they don't really need any introduction. You should know what they do. And then finally, just because the Mountain King is a little on the squishy side, I brought along a unit of the Creelstone Bears and Stone Scribes. I've also got a Bouncer here. His Animus can be really good to keep the Mountain King alive, and he can also tank one of those, one enemy range attack per turn for Grim, which can be really useful with those harpoon cannons around. And then we've also got the Pyre Troll. He can up the damage that the Mountain King could dish out, and even though the big guy's got, you know, a potential 7 PS19s, often that's not enough, especially when you got something like the Prime Axiom on the table. So I think that's more than enough introduction. I'm going first. I will come back probably after Cody's first turn, and you can see what happened. Alright, as promised, we are back after Cody's turn 1. He was the one who got to draw first blood, but it could have been worse. Despite 3 successful hits on these scouts over here, he only managed to claim 1 casualty because the tough rolls were with me. So I'm not doing too bad. It's about time for me to take my turn, and I think this is when things are going to start getting interesting. So we will be back soon. Alright, so I've done something risky, but that's just kind of how you play Grim Angus, so I'm just going to have to cross my fingers and hope it all works out. These little blue counters, those are models that Grim Angus has hit with his feet. Now, for those of you who don't know, Prime Grim Angus, his feet, all models within 12 inches suffer -3 defense, and models activating within 12 inches suffer -3 speed as well. So, I am hoping that he won't be able to finish off my Mountain King this turn, and that I will be able to charge with my Mountain King next turn. I've got my scouts over here trying to tie up this light vector that has the Hunter's Mark gun. That would be the one that would let his models charge mine at +2 speed. Some of the scouts who didn't run assaulted, and they managed to take down a couple of the little drones. Likewise, my Nis Hunters over here on the left flank managed to take down some more drones and put a little bit of damage on this guy. Prime Axiom as well has suffered a little bit of damage from the Mountain King's spray, but it's nothing that I think Cody won't be able to repair. So the little paint that I dented will probably be fixed by the end of his turn. So it's going to be really interesting for me to see what he does. I'm feeling confident, but usually that's the first thing that happens before you lead to failure. So we'll see what Cody does, and we'll come back after that. Alright, well, that didn't go as horribly badly as it could have. Despite their arm 17, despite the 4+ tough roll, two of my fell callers have died, and that meant that and here we go. I mean, this is what the Prime Axiom is all about. 2 tow cables meant that he could drag not only my bouncer towards him, but also Grim, because my screening models went away. So Grim's still alive because I did have the presence of mind to leave some fury on him, but what's really ruining my day right now, I mean, I could probably still pull off a win, but it's this little guy. What is he called, Cody? What is this guy who's ruining my life right now?
This guy right here is the Algorithmic Dispersion Optifex.
Okay, I know it's hard, Algorithmic Dispersion Optifex, but you guys need to remember that name because this little guy's an arc node. And what's really nasty is that this guy back here, Syntherion, he has magnetic hold. Now, Cody did actually tell me what it does, but my brain got so hung up on it gives models +2 speed when they charge you. I forgot about the fact that it was also going to take 2 speed away from whatever it hit. Which right now, yeah, that's right, it's my Mountain King. So my beautiful plan, where the Mountain King was he's just going to charge in right there and wipe out the Prime Axiom. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So also, the really good news, Grim, he's being engaged by the Prime Axiom right now. So that means if I try to take him anywhere, he's going to take like a... Does the synergy bonus last?
Synergy is only for a turn, so
it'll only be a POW 20. I mean, you know, I got to get him out of there, and I'll be able to transfer. But geez, all right. So there you go. I mean, that is the Prime Axiom doing its thing right there. All right. So I will try to figure out what I'm going to do, and then I'll come back. Alright, so that was a pretty sad turn there for me. Grim, good news is he made it out of melee with Prime Axiom. Prime Axiom whiffed, but I also did a lot of whiffing. I had kind of a grudge against this little guy, the Reflex Optimum Servitor, whatever he's called.
Algorithmic Dispersion Optifex.
Algorithmic Dispersion Optifex. So I had multiple models try to shoot him to no effect. However, good news, one little piece of it for me is that this guy, what is he, a monitor?
That is a Cypher.
The Cypher, I knocked him down with Grim Snare Gun, and the Mountain King with his spray managed to take out his
induction node.
His induction node, and that means no focus?
It means no, well, it means he can't get focus right now. He could get focus later in the turn after I heal it. But the most important thing is he can't get focus in order to shake.
He cannot be allocated focus, so no shaking the knockdown.
Yes.
All right, so he does have to forfeit mover action. These guys did some pretty cool stuff. They hurt these little jacks pretty badly, which is cool. One of my Nis whiffed on this guy. The other one did some really good damage. It cut him in half. And this guy, I forgot about him. He's the source of a lot of my problems from last turn as well. And I just completely forgot to mention how it all went down. So this is a little guy. He has the Razor Bola, right? Okay, so what that does, now I remember reading about that and going, oh, that does an automatic point of damage. That's really annoying. I hate it. But it also knocks you down. So that was really what led the way for my poor fell callers all dying last turn, was that they were all knocked down, Bouncer was knocked down, so they were a lot easier to hit. You know, normally their Def 13 isn't that great, but it means that, you know, a lot of things are going to have to boost to be sure they hit him. So yeah, he caused me a lot of trouble, so at least I got to vent a little bit of that frustration. So even though I'm sounding a little optimistic, it's really not going so great, because this thing's still fine, and he can just do more or less exactly the same thing he did last turn. So there's a good chance that when I turn this camera back on, it will be to record you know, for posterity, Cody's dice rolls that murder Grim. Although maybe you'll also get to laugh with me as I make some awesome tough rolls. We'll have to see what happens. All right, it's not looking good. Okay, Cody has begun his assassination roll. Here's the roll to knock Grim down. Triple sixes. That's no joke. That actually happened. All right, so begin my agony, Cody.
All right.
Start the process. So the Prime Axiom, he's up to PAL. He has 23.
About 8, PAL 23.
Because of synergy and feet.
Yep.
All right, so here's poor little Grim.
So Ben was smart enough to put that bouncer in the way such that I can't aim. So he is going to have to move up. Oh, wiggle up like that. Forest in the way. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're going to make sure he's got his middle line pointing right at Grim. Got 2 chances at a drag.
Roll him right here. See him.
Drag on Grim. Roll him right
Shouldn't
here.
take much.
We need not snakes because he's knocked down and flared.
Okay. There we go.
Not as remarkable as the trip sixes, but that'll pull him in.
All right, so directly towards means he moves along this line. Goes right in there.
All right. Medium base in the way, should be reach range plenty. He gets an immediate melee attack because of drag. It will hit. He's knocked down anyway, so it'll automatically hit. So everything after this point is automatically hitting. He is at PAL 23, so we're just going to roll these.
So do you get all initials or just one?
I get.
After a drag. I know you get one attack,
So the
right?
way this works is I drag melee, I try and drag him again, because why not melee? I get my 2 initial melees because of the feet, and then I've got 3 focus to buy additional melee attacks.
Well, that sounds really gross.
Yep. And
By all means, continue.
All auto hitting. So the first one from the drag,
Okay.
23 is going to be plus, what,
Well,
6?
he's been dragged out of the range of my poor little Krillson bear. I guess I could have pushed him further forward, but I didn't. So that means he's down to his base, which is 15. You're doing plus 8.
Okay, so plus 8 is going to be 11 to the 2.
All right, you know what? He can survive that. I'm not going
So
to.
you're not going to transfer.
I'm not going to transfer.
Straight up 11.
Yeah. All right, he's only got 4 left though, but I still got 3 more transfers.
Okay. So second drag.
Not snake
Doesn't
eyes.
miss, so that's another point automatically.
Okay. Oh, sorry. He's actually up to 2. I forgot to mark that that first automatic point. So he's down to 2 health.
Okay. So he is knocked down, so this fist is still automatically hitting.
And that is
13.
plus 8. 13.
Plus
well,
8. So 15 to the 2.
yeah, 15 to the 2. So I can't take that. That's going on the poor Mountain King, who has. Come on, War Room, load. So 15 to the 2 will leave. What is that? That's about 10, 11 left.
Okay. So I've taken my 2 initial ranged attacks. I am going to go ahead and take my
Now you're gonna start
ranged
buying.
attacks from him.
Oh, so you've also got
Sniper.
the guns,
Yep.
right? You got the little guns.
Yep. So those are going to
And
go
it's a
ahead,
colossal, so it can totally use those when it's engaged. That's totally
go
legit.
ahead and shoot Grim some more. Didn't miss. This is only a PAL 11. But that's enough
Oh,
to
yikes.
transfer. So it's
Yep.
gonna be-
Or he dies. Can you re-roll that?
Yeah, yeah, so-
or whatever. We'll just say it's a 3. It doesn't really
Yeah,
matter
so
at this point.
to the 3, we're at PAL 11, so it's going to be minus 4 is going to be...
It's 8.
What?
I think that was
9.
8. 9?
9
Okay.
to 3.
We got a Mountain King with 3 health left.
Okay. This is rapid fire, so I got 2 more shots on him.
Woo!
So the next shot definitely hit. We're at minus 4. It's going to be nothing. The last shot definitely hit. -4.
Oh. So that's a tough roll, even with the transfer. So I transfer, but well, you know what? I don't transfer because I have to make a tough roll. So let's see it. Can I do this? Cody, I'm going to use this dice that's already showing a 5. I'm going to use one of yours, okay? Lucky 5. No, no, it's only lucky for Cody. So that brings Grim Angus down, and the force of that roll rattled the ring enough that he fell over without me having to even do it. So that is it. The cipher took me apart pretty terribly. If I had to do over again, the Mountain King does have Assault. I almost used Assault, but I got a little bit too timid. I was worried that this guy back here, the cipher, if the Mountain King had been a little closer, he was not in feet range, and he might have been able to charge the Mountain King. So I was a little too timid with the Mountain King. If I had assaulted with the Mountain King's Death Roar, I might have been able to take out this little jerk, and that could have changed the course of the whole game, but I didn't. So, you know what, if you're going to play aggressively like I did, if you're going to charge your Warcaster up and feet, you know what, you just go all in. You know, you don't pussyfoot around on the little stuff. Although that having been said, this little guy does have Iron Sentinel, and when the Mountain King actually did try to shoot him, he missed because he's a rat 5 needs a 10. It's only slightly better than 50-50. What else? I mean, basically, the big thing I take away from this is to just always keep my eye out for these little guys. Unfortunately, a lot of times I have to learn the hard way. So even though Cody told me what he did, I did not put enough emphasis on him. It's just like the first time I got hit by an agonizer. You know, sometimes just knowing isn't quite enough to react accordingly. I can't really think of much else. Maybe if I'd run Grim Angus away, he'd still be alive, but that's really boring. I mean, that's really boring. And I don't play games to do boring stuff. Cody, thoughts? Did you see some really cool opening that could have saved me the game?
No, I mean...
This is the Victor back here.
There was one turn when Syntherion wasn't camping any armor at all that the NIST could have gone and put a CRA into him, but he's base arm 18. That's real hard to deal with.
I actually did have that thought, and the base arm 18...
Between this and assaults from them, what's their range on their assault?
It's 15, I think.
And how much of that is shooting?
6.
Yeah, so that would have been hard. But you know, if both the NIST manage to get in with the CRA and the assault there, at least scare Syntherion enough to stop him from playing his game.
Maybe so. I mean, that might have worked.
It's hard.
I really didn't consider any kind of surprise assassination, not with those vectors anyway, because the last time I played, Syntherion actually did win with a caster kill, and it was hard, man. You made it very hard for me to kill that guy at the last game we played.
Yeah, I mean, you had Colossal and backstriking crows and all kinds of stuff. I
had to throw a whole ton of army at that guy to take him down, so assassination really wasn't in my mind. But anyway, hey, that's pretty cool. That is... Convergence is a cool new toy, and it is a cool new toy, and it did some really cool things and made me cry. Otherwise, I think I can definitely take away some stuff. Mostly kill that guy, and also auto repair sucks. I'm out.